Good night, Pablo. Goodbye, Diana.
Good night, doctor.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, everything okay? How was your day?
Yeah, good. Was tired.
Very busy, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, patience. So let me see. Did you have enough time to check the slides? Something you would like to check, pronunciation, something that is not so clear. If you need something to get, I don't know, again explained.
I think not.
Okay, Pablo, what about you, Diana? Did you have enough time to do it?
I didn't have much time to do the reading part because I was trying to do the homework also. I didn't time to send it.
Okay, there was not enough time, right?
No,
Okay.
sorry.
No, don't worry about it. I know it's a lot of information and the slides are a lot.
Yes.
Yes, and lots of terms, checking the pictures and paragraphs that I sent. I know it's not as easy as it looks. It really needs extra
right.
time for reading. Yeah, don't worry about it. I understand the situation. Okay, in that way, let's talk about the case report. Pablo, you sent me your case report tonight, right? Well, today, during the afternoon. I got it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great. Let's check yours first. Diana, did you send me your case report? I don't remember at this point.
No, I didn't send it.
Okay, let's work with case report about Pablo's case report. And according to that, we're going to get an idea how to work on this, okay?
Yes.
It's going to be a way to check Pablo's job, and according to that, it's going to be easier to get it.
Yes, thank you, Pablo.
You're welcome.
Okay, can you watch my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Hi, Andrea, good night.
Hi.
Hi. Let me know, Andrea, did you send me your case report and homework file?
The homework file I didn't finish. I have a few questions, and the case report I totally forgot. I didn't read the message at time, so.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
maybe
let's
there is.
check.
Can I have an opportunity to do it?
You can send it as soon as you finish this because it's for your practice in writing exercises. We are going to work with Pablo's job. Thank you, Pablo. You are so good.
You're welcome.
Pablo, you're the best.
Yes, thank you. Okay, let's check. I sent you some guidelines in notes that I was used to prepare to take when I was a student. And in that guidelines, I show you the tips for making an easy case report, the basic one. And comparing with the box that you have in the guidelines, you have the chance to realize how it's possible to make it. Yeah. I mean, there are details that we have to consider. Let's check Pablo's answer. Joseph Jones, a 70-year-old rentist who was complaining about urinating more than he's used to, about every hour or even more often. He also mentioned that he has nocturia, nearly waking up to urinate 2 or 3 times. Great. Finally, he complained about having urinary hesitancy and a little bit of urinary dribbling from time to time. Great. Your case report, when you describe the positive symptoms, you are catching the idea how to make it. That's okay. A good job. Don't worry about it. Because, well, we are practicing at this point how to do it properly. Let me open the guidelines to show you a very important detail. Let's When we analyze the general information, the general data, we consider that patients don't, well, that in the paragraph, we don't have to add extra information. Can you watch my screen, right? We are changing the screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Always in past, you made everything in past. Thank you so much. That's a good point. It's not easy to catch that everything has been that time. But let's check the general information here. We only mention the age, maybe the gender if it's necessary, and the occupation, right? No more. You don't need more details. Going to your paragraph. The name Joseph Jones is at this point not necessarily to write down. Why not? Because when you get the form, when you write down the clinical history in English, you have a chart at the beginning of the page, similar in Spanish, when you write down the name. And because rules of writing down in histories, you don't have to repeat information. Try to not round on the name or details like that. That's why try to avoid the name. If you consider it will be important, just write down capital letters. I mean JJ, and that's enough. Okay? Instead of Joseph Jones, could be JJ, comma, a 75 years old rentist. That's great. We know it's a man because we have the name, but if we decide not to add the name, we have to write down the gender because rentist could be male or female, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's when you write down 75 years old, in Spanish it means 75 años, right? But when you write down like this with hyphens, 50 hyphen year, hyphen old, you say edad, 50 años de edad. It's more formal. It's a formal way to write down. The hyphens make that difference in the expression, okay?
Okay.
Your answer is correct. There is no trouble on the way you do it, but you have two ways to do it, with hyphens or without hyphens. With hyphens is more formal. That's the only detail, but it's valid, okay? Was complaining about urinating more often than he's used to. When you write down the case report, you try to just give the answer or give the situation or explain the symptoms without using too much sentences. I mean, Prentice who was complaining about or who was complaining of urinating could be, or micturition could be, more often than he's used to, okay? About every hour or more often. This expression is not necessarily because you have a word to express that the patient is going to the bath more times than his usual. Do you remember that term?
No, I don't.
Okay, maybe Diana or Andrea, do you remember the term? When the patient goes to the bath more times than he's used to.
Pollakiuria?
Pollakiuria, yeah.
Could be pollakiuria. That's great. He was complaining about pollakiuria. And you avoid from this urinating until more often, okay? Why you use pollakiuria? Because in the case report, you only use medical terms. Don't explain in detail because it's not necessarily, okay?
Okay.
He also mentioned that he had nocturia, nearly waking up to urinate 2 or 3 times. If you compare the information about the pollakiuria and nocturia, when you say nocturia, it's because the patient is going to the bath and he's waking up. This term is telling you all of this sentence. It's not necessarily. You can say, who was complaining about pollakiuria, comma, nocturia, comma. And finally, he complained of having urinary hesitancy. Well, urinary hesitancy is not necessarily just hesitancy, okay?
Okay.
He complained about hesitancy and dribbling or little dribbling from time to time.
Okay.
From time to time could be. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Now you have information that the patient is denying. Do you remember that? That information? You have information when the patient is denying some details. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember the terms he's denying?
I don't, but I had that doubt that I had to include the negative information or not.
Yes, you have to. Why you
Okay.
have to do it? Because all the symptoms you are asking for, you can watch my screen, right? I open the file.
Yeah.
All the symptoms you are asking for are supporting a specific pathology, on a specific, a very specific situation, I mean in male. Do you remember how, can you catch the diagnosis from this dialogue? Because we are looking for a specific characteristics of a pathology during the case report and during the dialogue. The doctor is asking about specific details. Mervidiana or Andrea, do you remember? Or can you catch the diagnosis from this dialogue? It's easy. It's a very, very common situation.
Right?
It's a hyperplasia, prostatic hyperplasia. The HPP.
No, HPP. I said HP.
HPP.
Okay.
When the prostate gland becomes bigger than it's usual, right?
Yeah.
When we make this, when we catch this information, we make the speech with the patient, we consider details. For example, past blood. What's the meaning about past blood? If you mixture it with hematuria, perfect. You have to ask if there is hematuria, looking for a tumor, a mass, or injury, maybe an infection that is with hemorrhage. We don't know, right? And we ask about burning or pain. Do you remember this term?
Dysuria.
Dysuria, perfect. The patient is denying hematuria and dysuria. In order you are looking for a HBP, you can give in your case report, he also denied hematuria and dysuria. Okay. Because we are supporting that we asked about these important details into the dialogue with the patient, into the anamnesis, okay? Okay, got it. Great, now you catch the idea how it works, right? Yeah, now yes. Perfect. Now rewrite it in a message by WhatsApp and send me your answer, okay? Okay. Great. In the same way, Diana and Andrea, you got the way to do it. You catch the meanings of these situations. Write down the case report following the recommendations I'm giving to Pablo. It's going to be the way to start with you because I need your own paragraphs, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, send me a message by WhatsApp. That's okay. There's no trouble on this. Okay, Andrea, you told me you have some questions about the homework file. I sent to the group the pool to take attendance.
Yeah,
Got it.
I have a few questions about the noun form of cure. I didn't get it. I don't know what to put it. It's cure too, or what's the noun?
Write down the answer you consider could be. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna check it without any trouble. It's homework. I'm not gonna give answers by free. It's not correct.
And one question. I think I don't have the presentation of psychiatric disorders, or yeah. If you can send me that presentation.
The psychiatric disorders. Oh, you didn't download it.
Yeah.
Okay, please send me a message by WhatsApp. Give me a dot or hello, something like that to catch easily your phone number, and I'm gonna send you the file. Don't worry about it. You were in class.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So you both, my girls, my ladies, send me the case report by a message as soon as possible. And according to that, you have the possibility to catch this score, okay? There's no trouble. I know that you really need more time to do this job. But well, let's try to send a message and it's gonna be enough, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so any other question about the class of yesterday, about the case report maybe? Because tonight I'm gonna send the answer about the Joseph Jones case report, how I would write it, and how to add abbreviations on this. You're going to check and you have the chance to compare, but that's my answer. Of course, every doctor has its own way to write down. So it's just for making an easy comparison. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. If there are no more questions, I think that's all. And we can meet tomorrow during the theoretical class.
Okay.
Okay, guys. No more questions, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No more questions. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Have a
night.
great
Good
night.
night,
And
Bye-bye.
Pablo, don't forget, send me your answer now, okay? For
Thanks.
closing
See
this
you.
part with you. See you, Andrea.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's wait the next group. The next group should be Elena and Adriana Teran. Heidi never came. So let's wait. I'll be back with them. I'll be back in some minutes. Okay. I'm still expecting my students, but they are not attending. I think they have some troubles, I don't know. But let's consider this. If they don't attend, I cannot give them attendance because of yes, of course. 8:15 were supposed to come Heidi, she never get into. Elena Marquez, she usually gets into, but no, today she's not here. And Adriana Teran, she didn't come back from her job. She was asking for permission, but it's not here. She didn't come back. Now at this schedule there should be Jimena Bustos, but she's not here. Elba Mariel, but she's not here too. And Sarah Michelle Varela, no Valera, that typing mistake, I'm sorry. Well, these two groups are not attending, so I'm gonna exchange the workshop roles for the next opportunity because I cannot wait without doing anything. That way, let's wait for Dorian, Laura, and Maria Alejandra. I hope they come to the class, to the group, to the workshop. So let's wait a little bit. I'll be back as soon as possible with everything. I'll be back with them. As soon as my next student gets into, I'm gonna be here. Okay, it's 8:85 and 45. 8 and 45. I'm waiting for Dorian Camara, Laura Peredo, and Maria Vela, Maria Alejandra Vela. I hope they get into because I'm here doing anything. Okay, great. Hi, Dorian. Good night. How was your day?
Hi, good night. Was good, I think. Thanks for
Everything
asking. Yeah,
okay. Well, that's a good point. Today was possible to work on this, right?
yeah.
Okay, I got your homework files, so let me
Okay.
look for them. Let me check.
Give me a minute, please.
Let me know. Did you send me the case report?
Yeah, I did. On Sunday midnight.
Yes, on Sunday night. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I remember your message.
Yeah, I was a little busy in the morning and afternoon, so I just got home really quick, did it, and just sent it. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry about it. Actually, I got on time. Only 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4 case report, no more than that. And you
Wow.
are into that group. That's why I'm taking into account who sends it into the deadline or maybe late, or
Okay.
who just decide don't send anything. But thank you
Yeah.
for doing this because it shows that you're interested in this class.
Yeah.
Okay, can you watch my screen? I'm sharing your answer.
Yep. Yep.
Great. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Patient, with S, is what patient?
Sorry.
Joseph
It's
Jones. It
60.
happens, don't worry. 75
60.
years old, rentist. Okay, let's go to the general information at the beginning. Do you remember I sent a file, a case report guidelines? This file?
Yeah.
Actually, this file is it's coming from my personal notes. I mean, when I was a student, I took these topics, these golden ideas, we can say, and following this is easier to make the case report because when you try to look for in the book, it's not the way they talk. They round a lot of information and it's not easy to catch the point.
Yeah.
So let's go to the general information. This example is so clear and easy to catch. Here we got these details, 50-year-old housewife, right?
Yeah.
That's the way to start the case report. We don't really need to write down the name again or patient, okay?
Okay.
If you consider it could be necessary to do that, you can add JJ, only capital letters about the name and full and the surname, and that's enough.
Okay.
JJ, 75 years old, rentist, okay, could be. But let's check this detail. When you write down years old without hyphen, you are saying in Spanish años, 75 años, right?
Yeah.
When you write down with hyphens,
Yeah.
50 hyphen year hyphen old, you're saying edad, 50 años de edad. That's the properly way to do it. Why? Because you have to try to talk in the best way it's possible, right? In the correct way while presenting a patient in a written paragraph, right?
Yes.
So let's add the hyphens, and that could be JJ, 75 years old, rentist. Okay, who was presented to the GP? Who was presented? Well, in grammar is not correct. Could be who had presented, or who presented could be, but that's okay. With the following case. First was asked about his other works. that he said that his frequency of passing increased. Then he claimed, okay, you are translating, or you are writing again the sentences of the patient, right? His expressions. In Spanish, it could be, well, in order you're in the second year of the career, it's going to be a little harder for you, but in English, it's extremely easier comparing to Spanish. Why? Because in Spanish, you have to use the expressions of the patient. Could be between quotation marks like this, could be, or saying the patient said, and then you try to write down the same expression that the patient said. It's in Spanish. In English, it's not correct that way. You have to say, who presented to the GP complaining of, or who complained of, could be. And then you start just with medical data, with medical terms, not giving too much explanations. It's not necessarily. You could say patient Joseph Jones, a patient JJ, 75 years old, rentist, who complained of, you are talking about frequency of passing urine. That medical term, which one could be when you talk about frequency? You have one word to give this expression. This is pollakiuria. Who complained of pollakiuria, nocturia, and a little dribbling and hesitancy. And that's all. Only the symptoms he's talking about. You don't have to give all of this speech, okay? Then you add, he also denied, or he denied hematuria, about bleeding during the urinating, or he denied bleeding and dysuria, and that's enough. Do you remember the chart I showed you in the presentation when there are the urinating symptoms? Frequency,
Yes.
dysuria, hematuria, things like that, right? Following that terms, you can translate all of these sentences into the proper term. Okay? Okay. So try to write it down again. You can send me by a message by WhatsApp, or maybe just a picture. And let's correct this, but in the proper way. Okay? Okay. It's a different way to do it. The difficulty on this at this point is that you didn't catch the medical vocabulary in the way you certainly need. But we have to correct it, okay? Yes. Let me open the slides, and we are going to catch this. Any question until this point about the case report?
No, not really.
Not really, right? It's just with practice to catch how it works. But it's not as easy as it looks. Let's share the screen again. And you might check. Okay, can you watch my screen?
Yes, we can.
This slide is the key for preparing the case report and the writing exercises I'm sending, okay? Frequency, dysuria, nocturia, urgency, hesitancy, urinary incontinence, and hematuria. The dribbling is not here, but it's possible to add it. Okay? Okay. So when you write down in English, you try to go just to the point, just to the information that you as a doctor are looking for. Don't need to give extra details or extra information. It's not necessarily, and it's not the way to write down in the case report. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, any question maybe?
Not really, just understand your point. I was just trying to, because I'm not familiar with writing down this type of report. I was just familiar with I don't remember the name, essays and all that stuff. So I was making a little bit of context of the conversation. And I understand. Gonna correct my errors and try to change it a little bit.
Okay, change it tonight if it's possible to you, and
Okay.
send me the answer by WhatsApp, okay?
Okay.
As soon as possible. If it's tonight, it's better because I can give you the feedback tonight and it's gonna be a good point. Okay?
Okay. I'm gonna try to.
Okay. If there's a question, a detail you need me to repeat, make that question by WhatsApp. I'm gonna feedback from that way, okay? It's gonna be easier.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Let me send you the poll to take attendance, okay?
Okay. No problem.
Okay, can you watch the poll?
Yes, I can see it.
Great.
Done.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. If there are no questions, well, let's meet tomorrow, okay?
Mm.
Please keep on
Yep.
reading the next Tuesday. Oh, on Tuesday we have the final test in a week.
Tuesday.
Yes, in a week.
How big?
Just
Less
a
than a
week to check the slides. And we have 2 theoretical sessions more. And in that sessions, I'm going to show you lots of information about general information about this course. I mean, meanings, how to call a specialist, how to call a general practitioner, a general doctor,
Okay.
ways to study, research. Well, it's nice. It's a good vocabulary, but it's a lot of information. So keep on reading, keep on practicing, and if there's any question, please let me know by a message in order to piggyback, and there is no trouble, okay?
Okay, I'll let you know.
Okay, great. So, okay.
Okay.
So have a great night. See you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, you too. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, only Dorian came. Jimena, no. Laura Peredo is not attending, and Maria Alejandra Vela. Okay, let's wait. Now at 1 minute, should get into Rinaldi, Juan Octavio, and Laura Yowita. Let's wait for them. If they don't attend 5 minutes, I'm gonna leave. It's not correct to attend class, but it's their decision. So I'm gonna come back with the next one. Good night, Laura. Hi, Laura. How was your day? Hi, Laura. Can you hear me?
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you? How was your day?
Fine, thank you.
Great. So let me see, Laura. Just send me. I confused. You send me your homework files. I mean the case report and the long file.
Yes, I send you 3 files, teacher.
Okay,
The long
great.
one and the case report and the other. I think the date was for Sunday, right?
Yep.
Yes, sorry, teacher, but I was in travel and I don't know if you can receive me, please.
Yes, no, don't worry about it. Actually,
Thank you.
I just received 4 case reports on time. So don't worry, that's okay.
Thank you, teacher. And teacher, I have a question.
Yep. Let me know.
About you sent it the other homework, the long homework one,
Yeah.
but it's blank, is white, is not with
Without
responses.
answers?
Yes, in the group.
Don't scare me because I know. I'm gonna
Yes,
check
teacher.
what's wrong with this. If there are not the answers, I'm gonna send the file again. Thank you for telling me. Nobody make me notice this situation.
Yes, I saw it an hour ago, and I think it doesn't have the responses.
Yes, you are right.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna upload the answers tonight. The file is already done. Thank you
Okay,
for
teacher.
telling me.
Thank you.
I didn't have any idea about this situation.
No, don't
Oops,
worry, teacher.
that was a huge mistake. Okay, so let me see, give me a minute. I'm looking for your file. Let's check the case report, okay?
Okay.
Yum, 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 yum. Okay, do you have a question about it, maybe?
Yes, I have a question about I think the case report.
Okay, I'm opening your file.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, I got it. Okay, let me share a screen.
Okay.
It's here. Okay, can you watch my screen?
Yes.
Great. Patient, male with 75 years old, rentist. Let's stop here. Do you remember I sent you the case report guidelines? This file?
Yes.
And here you have an example that you should fill in order to practice, right?
Yes.
Here you got the general information of the patient, right?
Okay.
You got a 50-year-old housewife in this case. Let's go to yours. Patient, it's not necessarily patient. Avoid
Okay.
this word. Male, no. You have to start with the age, then the gender, and finally the occupation, okay?
Okay.
75 years old, male, rentist could be, okay?
Okay.
Here, when you write down like this without hyphen 75 years old, you are well, while translating, it means años. But when you use hyphens, 50, hyphen year, hyphen old, you say edad. I mean, 50 años de edad. Right? It's not just años in like the colloquial way. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
So, considering this, the proper way to write it down is with hyphens in order to sound polite and correct with the superiors, okay?
Okay.
So, rentist went to consultation for Oh, I cannot read this. I'm sorry.
Mictionary urgency. And ituria.
Micturition. Yeah,
Or
micturition
only
urgency. Just urgency, because urgency is referring to micturition. The necessity of going to the bath, okay? And nocturia. Great. Also, the stream is not quite so good and it's used to be. And a little dribbling from time to time. Okay, let's organize the idea. To talk in past is the best way because you are catching that it has to be past and it's perfect.
Yes.
But you could say a 75-year-old patient who went to the consultation complaining of, right?
Okay.
He went to the consulting room and, okay, what he said, I'm here, hi, hello. No, you have to say complaining of because he's talking about symptoms. He's talking about complaints. That detail is showing that the patient is going to talk to you because an objective, because a situation, right? Complaining of urgency and nocturia. He also said, yes, he also said the stream was not so good and had a little dribbling and hesitancy, right?
Okay, teacher.
Here you must add the information that he's denying. During this dialogue, the doctor is looking for specific information about prostatic pathologies, right?
Yes.
And when you make that anamnesis, when you prepare that questions, you talk about, you make questions that are focused, looking for that specific detail. I mean, troubles that you should try to fix, right? I mean, you should try to look for the answer. Following this dialogue, can you infer which situation is happening with this patient?
I don't know how to say it in English, but is hyperplasia benigna, the prostata?
Yes, great. It's hyperplasia prostatic benign, HBP, or hyperplasia benign prostate. The HBP, easy to catch. During this dialogue, he's asking for passing blood and pain and burning. Do you remember the medical terms?
Dysuria?
Yes,
or
dysuria.
burning pain?
Yes, burning and pain, dysuria, great. About passing blood?
Hematuria?
Great. At the end, you have to add, he denied hematuria and dysuria.
Okay.
Why we add this information? Because it's supporting the...
That is not infection.
Yes, that there is not infection or not a tumor maybe that is bleeding or something strange like that, right?
Right.
Have to support these specific details in this pathology because it's going to, it's focusing on an objective and a diagnosis.
Yes,
okay. In general lines, you are catching the idea. That's great. Just improve the details I'm telling you, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
So in that way, let's do this. I'm gonna share you the pool to take attendance.
Okay.
And try to send me the correction now by a message by WhatsApp. And it's gonna be perfect with that, okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you very much.
Okay. So let's meet tomorrow, okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, have a great night and well, I got your homework files. That's great. You are on time. I'm taking in count who sent me the file on time and who sent it late.
Okay, teacher, thank you. Good night.
Okay, good night. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Don't forget the next week on Tuesday we have the final test. So keep on reading, okay?
Okay.
I know there is not too much time because, well, we all have to study and work. but there's no other way to do this. Okay?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, see you, Laura.
See you, teacher, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, my last student came. I'm getting over. Bye-bye. Have a great